friends, Sherry here. Welcome back to the channel. Well, today I'm here to share with you the final portion of new patterns that I picked up at the a recent simplicity.com pattern sale. Today we're going to look at the Butterick patterns that I picked up. Okay, so the first pattern here you can see is a PJ pattern. As I mentioned in the last couple of videos, I think the last three that are a part of this haul, that I am redoing most of my PJs back during, when we were all at home during 2020. I did a lot of loungewear and PJs. I had recently started playing around with ITY knits, and with all the prints and stuff, I went bananas and made a bunch of stuff. I'm not totally in love with that kind of fiber content. I want to get back to my natural fibers, my cotton PJs, my linen PJs. Might even make some silk things. And so I'm just, redoing that, all of my PJs. And so I don't want them to all be the same. And I had a couple PJ patterns, but I like these new ones that I picked up. So from Butterick, I picked up the B7083. This is a pattern that does show all the sizes in one. And you get the shirt with the 2 sleeve variations, and you get the bottoms with 2 sleeve variations. If we look at the back of the pattern, they are rating this as an average difficulty. They are suggesting broadcloth, calicos, chamois, cotton types, flannel, linen types, madras, which is like the plaid, the woven plaid fabrics. And you will need some lightweight fusible interfacing. It lists out all your notions. You'll need some piping, 4 different variations. You'll need buttons. You'll need elastic. And you'll see all the different amounts you'll need there. The pattern goes from an extra small to an extra, extra large. So in like regular clothing sizes, that's a size 4 up to a size 26. Has the body measurements here. If you look at the bust, it's 29 inches on the smaller end, up to 48 inches on the larger size. The waist is a 22 inch on the smaller end, up to a 41.5 inch on the higher end. And it has the hip measurements, the back to waist, the back neck to waist. So you can see the length of the shirts if you need to lengthen or shorten. We'll do a quick scan here. Because they are showing it with contrast, which I probably won't do. I would probably use the same fabric for all of mine, but I do like the piping. But if we just look here, it looks like, if you're using 45 inch wide fabric, the smallest amount of fabric you'll need for the tops, somewhere around, and actually for here, it looks like it's only giving you fabric quantities for 45 inch wide fabric. The smallest amount of fabric you'll need for the tops, you're going to need about, 2 1/8 up to about 3 1/4 yards, depending on your sleeve length and your size. The pants, you're going to need anywhere from, I'll just throw it all together into like 3 yards for the long pants, and about 2.5 yards for the short pants. And so again, you can have a closer look there to see what the fabric requirements are. Maybe you have something in mind to help you with your fabric shopping. Here you can see the line drawings for the different things. And as I said, it's showing it with a lot of contrast, which when I make this, I probably won't do. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. But the first ones I make for sure will probably be, where it's all the same fabric or all in a solid. You can see here, not too many pattern pieces. It's like making a shirt with a collar. And because the pants does have the contrasting bands, you do have some extra piecing to do there. And then the pants do have pockets. So given the weather, I would probably make B and D first. Just cute little loungy things. And I will say, often when I'm sleeping, I want a t-shirt or a tank top on. And so I like Like, this is just a great summer sleep look for me. And so I will probably be making multiple pairs of those shorts. They're cute. So that's a quick overview of Butterick 7083. Next up, still in the PJ loungewear kind of theme, I did like this Butterick 7084, so I picked that up. It's another pattern that has the all-inclusive sizes. You know, as a little girl, I mean, didn't we love a nightgown? So I really like the ease of this. I love the robe. I love the neckline. I mean, again, it's sleepwear, loungewear. And yeah, it has the pleating detail in the front here, plain back. Just a nice robe. If we look here real quick, this is also rated as average. Suggested fabrics are chamois cotton blends, cotton modal, crepe de chine, silky types. You will need some interfacing. You will need some piping. You will need, yeah, there are no closures. There's no buttons or zippers or anything like that. So, and let's see here. Size range is the same as the previous one. Extra small to extra, extra large. So that's a size 4 up to a size 26. Same measurements. And then if we look here, for the nightgown, it's only giving the measurements, fabric requirements with 60-inch wide fabric. So for the nightgown, you're going to need anywhere from 2 1/4 yards up to 3 1/4 yards. And then for the robe, you're going to need anywhere from 3 1/2 to 3 3/4, I think that is. And then, yeah, you can browse here to see the finished garment measurements to help you figure out the size you want to make. Quick look at the inside. You can see the line drawings a little bit better here. But I just think that's a beautiful robe. And see, this is one where I could see myself doing the contrast. But I love that piping also. I haven't pulled the fabric yet for this one. I have a collection in mind that I'm probably going to pull from, but I haven't decided on the print yet. And so, yeah, not a lot of pattern pieces. You know, the robe, you're going to have your sleeves, your front, back, belt pieces, belt loop pieces, and some facings. And then for the nightgown, same, you have the front, back, pocket, and your facing pieces. And so, yeah, should be pretty straightforward. Looking forward to making this. Again, this is a quick look at Butterick 7084. Okay, the last two patterns that I picked up are tops. I love everything about this. This is a vibe for me. This is Butterick 7080. Cannot wait to make this. Love it so much. Let's have a quick look at the back. It is rating it as average. Only thing I don't love about it, I mean, I can see why it probably has it, is that it has the seaming down the front and the back. And so for me, because I love a print, I don't like things that have the seams at the centers because it just breaks up the pattern. But I will be probably making these in solids. And so that's okay with that. If we look over here, I think I said it's rating it as average. It's calling for broadcloth, cotton types, lightweight sateen, linen types, poplin, seersucker. And I have some linens that I'm thinking about using for this, some solid linens. Also for shirtings, shantung. You'll need some lightweight fusible interfacing. And then otherwise, there are no other notions. You know, you need your thread, but there are no closures, no buttons, no zippers, anything. It just pulls over the head. And then if we look here, the sizing is the US size 4 to 22. That bust measurement on the size 4 is a 29.5. The bust size on the 22 is a 44. So that'll help you know, that you fit into the range of this pattern without having to do any grading up or down. It does give the waist and the hip measurements. I would check that hip measurement for me because it does fall below the waist to see if I need to grade between two sizes based on my bust and my hip measurement. And then here, if we look at blouse A, the smaller size, 45-inch wide fabric, you're going to need 2 yards. If you have 60-inch wide fabric, it looks like 1.5 yards. Up to the larger size, if you have 45-inch wide fabric, it looks like you're going to need a little under 3 yards for 45-inch wide or 60-inch wide. Gives you your interfacing quantities. And then for blouse B, that has the shorter sleeves, you'll need a little bit less fabric. And it does give the finished garment measurements. So for the bust on the top, the finished garment measurement for the size 4 is a 39-inch. And for the size 22, it's going to be 53.5 inches. So this is intended to be a little bit looser flowing. And then you have to pull it over your head. So it is going to be, you know, once you sew it together, it should be bigger than your actual bust size. Quick look inside. You can see the line drawings. So you can see all the different seaming you're going to do. I would like to make both of these. This length sleeve is great all year long, even in spring here. And this will be a great summer top for sure. And if you just look here at the pattern pieces, you have a total of 11 pattern pieces. And yeah, you're going to use almost all the same pattern pieces. You just have the sleeve difference. So that's a quick look at that on the inside. And again, this is Butterick 7080. And my final top, I just could not resist this retro 1980s pattern. I mean, I had blouses like this in the 80s. And so this is Butterick 7093. This is one of their authentic reproduction patterns. It is rated as easy. And you guys know how I feel about anything that's like a wrap front. So I am excited about this pattern. Has lots of options for your suggested fabrics. Basically, you want something soft, crepe, like a crepe, soft challis, even with knits. So you can use woven fabrics that don't have any stretch. And you can use cotton knits for this. Crepe de chine, gauze, cotton lawn, silk broadcloth. Lots of options. It just says to avoid obvious diagonals, you know, with the way you're cutting this out. And then if we look here for your notions, you're going to need some snaps and some seam binding and some buttons. For view C, you need buttons. Size range on this pattern is an 8 up to a 26. That's corresponding to a bust of a 31.5 up to a bust of 48 inches. It does give the waist and the hips, but again, it's not fitted through any of that. You could check your hip depending on where it's going to fall on you to help you, you know, make sure you're cutting it so it'll lay correctly. And then if we look here at the fabric requirements, it does give it for 45 and 60-inch wide fabric. You got all around like 1.5 yards up to a little under 3 yards for the long sleeve and the larger size. So not a huge fabric quantities needed. I'm going to start off with the no sleeves and the short sleeves. And then it does give your finished garment measurement, so you can have a look at that. Again, you're going to be pulling this over your head, but it does have the cross wrap front, so that should be an easy pull-on top to sew up. Here's what the images look like on the inside. Again, with the authentic reproductions, they don't usually have, you know, the line drawings like on the newer ones. So here's what that looks like for the pattern pieces. And again, I mean, you know, there's a maximum of 8 pieces. That's if you're making the long sleeve top. So not a lot to do here. I am excited about that. And this is the one that I will probably sew first. I have already pulled the fabrics that I'm going to consider for these. So let me show you those fabrics real quick. Okay, here's the first print that I pulled. It's a beautiful soft cotton lawn. I have some linen in this kind of lavender pink color in the background. And so I thought that could be a cute combination. And I like the idea of, you know, having just an easy cotton top to throw on with some linen pants. And so this is a cotton lawn that I carry in my Etsy shop. Beautiful, beautiful. Then I have this fabric here. This is 100% cotton also. And this is one I bought a ton of it. This is from Katie Cortman's Lush and Wild. She did this exclusive collection for fabric.com before they went out of business. And I found a bunch of these fabrics. And I got a lot of, probably like 6 prints. And so this is one that I have really a lot of. I do want to make a dress out of this, but I figured the short sleeve top would be really cute in this too. Pair that with some pink linen pants or any color linen pants. So that's the side. I probably will cut this one first because I have so much of this fabric, and that could be kind of my tester to see the fit. And then I have 2 nicer, rarer fabrics. And so I definitely want to test the pattern out because I will really only have enough to make view A with these next 2 prints. But I think they would be great. Even though this has that dark floral, that dark background, rather, it has these bright florals. I have black linen pants that I can wear this with. I have green linen. I don't know if it's the same color, but I love this fabric here. So that would be great. And I only have a little over a yard of this left. And so there's not a bunch I could do with it. I was planning on making just like a tank top, but this could be a cuter option. And then I have this gorgeous Liberty of London silk still that I got not last year, but I think the previous year's birthday shop. This is the Stately Bouquet print. It's 100% silk, and I think this would be gorgeous at as this top here, top view A. I might have enough to do it with the sleeves. I'd have to lay it out because this is a wider fabric. But definitely this. And what I love about this one is because this has also kind of like a fall vibe to it, this could basically just be like a shell, you know, a little blouse that I have underneath of a blazer. And so I could use this top really all year long, given the colors. And so that's what I was thinking for this. Originally, I was just going to make a big scarf, but it's like, I don't need another scarf. And I saw one of the ladies that works at the store, she had another print from this collection, and she had made it into a blouse, different kind of blouse. But it reminded me, it's like, no, yeah, this would be a beautiful blouse, actually. And so that's what I'm thinking with that. Okay, friends, so I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that quick pattern haul. Just 4 patterns from Butterick, but they're all ones that I really love and that I am looking forward to sewing sooner than later. As I said, this is the pattern that I will likely sew first, probably followed up by those PJ shorts. Maybe not the tops, but I definitely want to get those PJ shorts made up. And yeah, I will look forward to sharing the full reviews of these patterns in upcoming videos with y'all, okay? Thanks for watching. Bye.